Hey guys, I thought I'd finally make a little video where I put together all the scrap photos and recordings I made of assembling this 3-roll mill. My film is sparse, and so are any early photographs from when I started making it, because this was before I even actually, this might have been the piece that I made where I was like, I should start documenting my video process, or video documenting my making process, so that if I ever want to post this stuff online, I'll have some resource material. So I think this is like the first thing that I did that with, and I'm just now putting it online after like 2 or 3 years. So funny thing about this is I wasn't really sure how to assemble it, so what I ended up doing was taking the 3-roll mill apart and then just making a bunch of cardboard cutout pieces that were the same shape as the mill's pieces, and then basically assembled them in a similar fashion. So it's kind of like building one from the ground up, but with cardboard. Another thing that I'll probably show it in a future video where I'm making like miniature cardboard shipping boxes, or just boxes, is the process of how I shave the cardboard so that I have like really thin scraps to work with. These are knobs. These components were all made out of Sculpey clay that I was able to then like briefly put in the microwave to harden up, and then coated with just tin foil to make them look like the metal. And I think I had like little toothpick rods that I used to stick them in there to hold them in place. Ah, yes, Bondo. Oh, okay. I did use little pieces of foam. I wonder if the interior is made out of foam and then I put cardboard on it. That would have been clever. I don't know if I did that or not. I honestly forgot, because I don't have any photos and I can't see what the inside looks like, but I might have. Yeah, this thing was a real pain in the butt. Like, I think you can see at some point here why I'm carving the Bondo to get everything smooth. Right now I'm carving it so I know where I need to fill in more. But there were like, after doing this, I'd notice like anomalies in the width of one side versus the other, and then I'd have to like carve off an entire side of the thing and re-adhere it. Like, it was an experience. Just trying to get like the edges, the right smoothness, without like carving too deep into some areas where it might compromise the structural integrity of the cardboard underneath, which is, I mean, it wasn't so bad once the Bondo was on, because it tends to hold things in place, but if you like puncture through certain areas, because this had like components that got assembled, like it could really cause some issues. But I'm just gonna let this thing run for a little bit. Enjoy the scratching and poking and sanding. Oh, so I just remembered something. Um, oh, no, I've forgotten it. Sorry, I was in the doctor's office, or I was in the ER actually yesterday because I somehow managed to severely mess up my back. I was having some general back pain, and then I tried to use one of those rolly wheels on TV to fix it, and it made it worse. So then I could barely walk. So then I went on my lunch break, hoping it would kind of resolve itself. And when I got back to work, I work as a painter. I was painting an interior, and I was standing at a sink just rinsing out a rag when all of a sudden my one of the lower vertebrae of my back, or a disc or something, just gave up. It was this excruciating 11 out of 10 pain, and I almost collapsed to the floor. But I was able to catch myself on the counter and lower myself down. But at that point, I couldn't stand anymore. I couldn't even roll over without having horrific pain that made me want to scream. I had to wait for my buddy to get back from work so that he could well, I guess basically so that I could just tell him that I was going to have to get taken out on a gurney. And they took me to the doctor's office. And then I waited for 4 or 5 hours in the room for a CT scan. They tried to discharge me before I even got it. I have no idea how that happened. And because I'm kind of a redhead, they gave me 3 doses of morphine that didn't really do anything. Finally, they gave me some Dilaudid, I think it's called, and that stuff worked like a charm. But yeah, that was a fun experience. But today's the day after, and I can still feel a little soreness, but I'm able to get up and walk to the bathroom to brush my teeth and stuff. So that's a plus. Hopefully, in a few days, I'll be able to just lie on the floor and paint, trim, or something because I don't need to be out of work. The thing that I remembered was when working with Bondo, there's this fun trick you can do where if you have it at just the right time before it hardens, well, after it's starting to thicken up, but before it's so hard that it's got a lot of strength to it, it's a lot easier to carve. So I always the same thing with plaster too. If you can get it at just the right stage of the catalyzation process, it's a lot easier to work with. Oh yeah, nail polish exterior. That was clever. All of the cool little distressing marks I was able to do using wax, if anyone's wondering how I made it look all dingy. This thing's so cool. I was so proud of this thing when I made it. A little baby 3-roll mill. Oh man. Well, thank you so much for watching my video and humoring me, folks. Please click the like button if you liked it. I could definitely use more subscribers. Everything that I've read or heard says that the comments don't really do anything, but that's probably my favorite part. So please leave comments, whether it's criticisms, questions, or telling me that I'm doing something wrong. I'm pretty responsive, so definitely leave comments. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.